Okay, now we're going to go through active and passive range of movement at the elbow. Again, the elbow is a hinge joint, so it's flexion extension. We also look at supination and pronation. What is the movement of the ulnar and radius crossing over? So first thing that we're going to do, we are going to go into active flexion of the elbow. So you would ask your patient to be in a neutral position, and then you would ask them to make sure that the shoulder stays fixed in that position, and then they will bring the palm of their hand up towards their shoulder. Perfect. You will be assessing the range of movement, how well that has the quality of the movement, of how easy it was for them to bring it up, and at the same time how close they are to the shoulder itself. Then Shay, if you relax me please. Like normal, you would then compare that to the other side and see how well that active movement was. And then for our passive, again, I would come in, I support and lock in at the shoulder, and then I will bring into full flexion of the elbow. From here now, we are going to go into elbow extension. So again, there won't be a lot of movement here. So what I'd ask your client to do is if they can basically push that arm back as far as they can, locking out the elbow. Perfect. And then relax for me please, Shay. I would then compare it to the opposing side. For my passive movement, again, I would put one hand basically on the back of the triceps, the other hand on the forearm, and I would just push that forearm back so I got full extension of the elbow joint. Again, we're looking to see if there's any laxity of the ligaments. Again, is there any bounce? Is it soft in there? Is there pain? These are the things that we're looking out for. And then for supination and pronation, you would ask your client to get into a 90-degree angle at the elbow, and then we will, first thing we'll look into is pronation. So start with palms up. We will then ask them to rotate that hand over so knuckles are facing the ceiling. Perfect. And then relax for me. Perfect. That is my active range of movement. My next one, they would then do it to the opposing side, and I see how well that movement was. For my passive range of movement, I would come in, I would get them in the same position, and I get into a handshake, support at the elbow, and then I will bring them into complete full pronation, see how far that goes. At the same time, that point of bind you're getting to is basically where the ulnar and the radius are meeting. So if I push any further, that's where you're going to get that break. Perfect. The next movement that we're going to look at is supination. So they will start with knuckles facing the ceiling. They would then rotate their hand upwards so that basically we call it supination, as if you were holding soup. So if you turn around for me, please show your hand, roll it forward, and then our palms are facing up. Exact same position in for the masseuse when they are doing the passive movement. I would then start them off with knuckles facing the ceiling, go into a handshake. I then support at the elbow, and then I take into full pronation.